I've done multiple videos in regards to the Cablegate issue related to multiple Toyota hybrid models and the second generation NX hybrids as well. In this video, I will go over the technical instructions for replacing the hybrid cable and also looking at an ongoing class action lawsuit in Canada for the hybrid wiring system, and also get a quick look at a product developed in Quebec called Cable Warden, which is supposed to help prevent the premature degradation commonly associated with this connector on the hybrid cable. Hey, it's LSF here today, and today we're here to look at the technical instructions for the Customer Support Program 23LE05. So this is actually designed for the US, the program that they've extended the warranty for the program to replace the hybrid car, the cable. And you can see that this one is for the 2022 to 2023 model year NX350H. And we have another document for the NX450H Plus the 2022 model year. All right, so they're saying that the technician actually has to have the EPV repair license in order to even touch this. So they have a flowchart just to say, okay, what do you do and what do you do? Do you need to repair or it's not covered, whatever. So it just makes sure that the vehicle is covered by the customer support program. And if it's covered, they will inspect the vehicle to see if there's any diagnostic trouble codes or if there's AM static. Okay, and if there isn't, then there's no action. They're not going to do anything about it. And if they confirm that there's condition, they're going to check if the rear traction motor cable have any corrosion, and they're looking for inspection. And if there is, then they'll have to replace the hybrid wire and also the rear traction motor cable. If not, they just need to replace the floor under wire. And after that, it gets repaired. All right, so they're just saying that the background of this, they're saying that it's something wrong with the cable and they're extended the warranty. And then they're really looking at if there's a problem with if there's excessive corrosion of the wire harness, and then if there's AM static, then the car may not start as well. All right, so they're just talking about the parts here, and then how they identify. So they talk about going through the customer support program, and you can see here it does say. So they're saying that the warranty will not be reimbursed to dealers for repairs conducted on the vehicle that are not affected. So they are very strict on this piece here. Because again, as I said, if you will watch my previous video, this is not a cheap replacement. The wires are expensive. The amount of work is a lot too. All right, if you look at, these are all the tools and the things that they need. So we continue here. It just says that how do they confirm? They check if the VIN number's in the customer support program. And after that, they will inspect for. So the next step, they're going to confirm that if the condition exists. So they're saying that if there is an engine light with these error codes, the P0AA649 or the P1C8049, then that automatically there's a problem. And they're saying that if there doesn't have the error code, then they have to check for AM static. So when the car is in ready mode, you change the radio to a known AM station. I'm assuming that they'll probably go to the most strongest AM station you have in the city. After that, you would actually go to drive or reverse while applying the brakes, and then you return to park after 3 seconds. And you do that 3 times. So what they're trying to do here is they want to make sure that every single time when you do a reverse or you drive, it will actually have static. So 3 times, if it continues, then they say that there is an issue. If 2 out of the 3 times, then you don't have an issue yet. Well, I'm hoping that most likely it will. So then they're saying that if it does have the problem, then it goes to step 3. But if it doesn't, then it means that the problem is not related to the cable, and you have to figure out what else is the problem. So after that, step 3, they actually go and disable the high voltage circuit for inspection. So they have to disconnect the 12-volt battery from the trunk, then remove the hybrid service plug, and then they have to remove the bolt in the inverter. So you can see remove this bolt, and then they have to measure the voltage, and it should be 0, which means it's been disconnected. And if it isn't, if there's actually a lot of voltage, which means something is not right, they have to go back and make sure everything is done. Then they go and remove the floor cover on the bottom. So this is under the car where it covers the hybrid plug. And then in there, they remove that cover. So older models do not have that, but NX all have this cover. And this cover was added to help prevent getting that hybrid cable dirty, and that should reduce a lot of the splashing of salt water when you're driving. But again, may not be perfect, and that's why there could be cases where this is needed. All right, so then after that, they'll inspect the Y6 cables. So this cable for any corrosion or dirt debris, and if there is, they have to take a picture. So if they don't take a picture of this, they cannot get the parts to get it repaired. Then after that, they will check the connector housing for the MGR just to make sure, and if there is corrosion, they again have to take a picture to get parts. So when you look at this, Toyota is being very serious in ensuring that you do have the condition before they're willing to repair it. So, and it also means that it won't be repaired in one day, because they do this inspection, they take the pictures, they send it up to corporate, they get the parts, then they can actually go and install it. So after they've done this, everything is halted until they get the parts in, and then they will do the fix when it actually arrives. All right, so then there is another document that tells you how do they remove the hybrid floor underwiring. We don't have it here because it's part of the technical documentation that they have. And then after that, they tell you if you have corrosion in the connector housing, what to do, like how do they actually remove that, and then how they plug it back in. So this is how all the steps, and this is a lot of work, and that's why Toyota is doing a lot to ensure that it is a problem before they fix it, and because I think it's a high cost to them as well. All right, so they come back, reinstall everything, and then they'll have it all done and it's complete. All right, so once they did that thing, they installed the hybrid floor wire, and then they want to make sure they do a health check to make sure they don't have these trouble codes, and then they drive the vehicle to make sure everything is good. And then these are certain steps that they have to make sure that everything is good before the repair is completely done. All right, so this is the technical documentation instructions, and it does give us a little bit more. It doesn't give us the full because I don't have the document for the hybrid floor underwire, how to replace that. But we know that those are the steps that are done by getting this repair done. All right, so now let's move over to Canada and look at the class action for Canada.
Follow me on Instagram at LSFT videos. You can see updates on my experience with the NX 450h Plus, which may not be shown on any future videos. You can reach out to me via direct messaging if you have any questions on your Lexus. If you like this video, you can provide me feedback in the comments below, like this video, share it with your friends. This definitely will help with the YouTube algorithms. Press the subscribe button and bell icon and get notified when new videos show up. And lastly, if you want to support me further, you can provide me a super thanks, or visit my Amazon storefront before you purchase anything from Amazon, or you can purchase products from the list on the items that I've been using with my vehicle or at home at no extra cost to you. And now let's continue with the video.
So there is a class action towards Toyota Canada, and when you look at this, this is the site of the lawyer talking about the Toyota Cablegate, and then really looking at information about it. I'm not going to go through every single one because definitely there is going to be a lot of stuff here, because a lot of it's actually in French, because this is actually a class action that's in Quebec, but it is for Canada. The latest news is there's a settlement for the class action to be submitted for approval by the court on September 9th, 2024. And they do have information about warranty enhancement program, but I'm just confused here a bit, and that's why I'm just going to talk a little bit more about that. But we did get an email from Toyota Canada that our cars does have this warranty enhancement program for like the 8-year period, 160,000 kilometers, right? But then now we have a class action here, and it's weird because it just seems like they already told us that we have a warranty enhancement program, but then if you opt out, you don't get it. I'm confused. So if you look at the summary of the class action, so what is this about? So they're saying that this is a settlement reached following the filing of the application to authorize bringing a class action against Toyota Canada. So they're saying that this is for Toyota and Lexus vehicles for model year 2019 to 2022 and that have a defect on the hybrid wiring system, causing premature corrosion and failure in some cases. So the class members are any individual, corporation, partnership, association that owns or lease or has owned or leased the following Toyota vehicles in Canada. So Highlander Hybrid 2020 to 2022, the RAV4 Hybrid 2019 to 2022, Prime 2021 to 2022, the Venza 2021 to 2022, and the Sienna Hybrid 2021 to 2022. Or the past or present owner or leasee of the following Lexus vehicle, which is the LexusNX 350h Hybrid and, or I think this is or in French, NX 450h Plus plug-in hybrid 2022 model year. So the central issue of the settlement is to extend that by Toyota of a warranty on the hybrid floor under wire harness and the rear traction motor cable corrosion. Initial limited warranty was 3 years, 60,000 kilometers, whichever comes first for Toyota, and for Lexus is 4 years or 80,000 kilometers, whichever comes first. Toyota and Lexus are now extending the warranty coverage on the repairs related to the excessive corrosion of the wire harness connection at the rear motor generator. According to this settlement, the warranty coverage is now extended to 8 years from the date of first use or 160,000 kilometers, whichever comes first. Alright, so for myself, I will never reach 160,000 kilometers in 8 years. Is 8 years enough? I would say better than nothing. Would I want more? Sure, because I think a lot of owners in Canada would own vehicles really from 8 to 15 years. I would say if they actually have it for 10 years or 15 years, that would be much better. And there are probably some people who drive a lot. 160,000 kilometers may not be enough as well for even 8 years. So will there be any people objecting to it? Probably. But we'll have to see what the outcome is. And the outcome is probably somewhere September 9th. So probably mid-September, late September, we'll probably know more information. The settlement must be approved by court to be valid on September 9th, 2024. All right, so this is what's interesting. We did get an email. We did get a notification about the warranty extender program, but then there was no condition on that. It did not say that you have to agree on this or what happens if you object. So if you go back to this email that I received from Toyota Canada or Lexus Canada, you can say, I've actually modified this a bit because I didn't want to show my last name and I removed my name on this. But it says, Mr. LSFT, we're contacting you, advised you that there's an extension to the new vehicle limited warranty. And it says it's for this hybrid floor traction cable. It doesn't say anything regarding this class action, right? So what does that mean? Does that mean if I go and object and opt out, I don't get this warranty? But then they told us that we have an extended warranty. What does this all mean? Well, even if I go here and look at details, the PDF that was linked in the email, it says Lexus blah, 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 and they're saying that my vehicle, and there's this warranty enhancement program. If you're seeing the problem, you get this and all that. But nothing here does say that I will actually not get this if I opted out to that class action. To me, it seems like this is already telling me that my vehicle already has this warranty extended coverage. So what does that really mean? Because from reading here, no fine print says that if you opt out to this class action, you will not get this. But from what I'm reading here, there's no action needed for me, and I have this warranty enhancement program. That's confusing. So then it says here, if the settlement is approved, individuals who meet the definition of a covered member set above will benefit from the terms of the settlement. Already, Toyota has expanded and publicized the warranty enhancement program for all eligible members. If you do not wish to be bound by the settlement and exclude yourself from the class action for any reason, you can do the steps and you can actually click here and get information about the PDF. And if you object to the settlement, also you can wish to object and do not agree with the settlement and present your arguments to the court in the manner described in the Statement of Approval hearing. So when you look at the Statement of Approval hearing, there's a lot of information on how you can actually tell you object, and they do say that you do need to go to the court and then also include information. So it says here, if you object to the settlement, so to present your objection or arguments to the court, you must attend the hearing held on September 9th at 9:30 at Court 1504 at the Montreal Courthouse located at 1 Notre Dame Street East in Montreal. You're required to inform the attorneys 5 days before the hearing and that you have this class action number, your name, contact, and all the information about your car, email, and a description why you object. And then, do you need a lawyer? No. So then if they say that if I object to settlement and if it does get approved, will you still remain eligible? Yes, you're still eligible. All right. So this is all the information about this approval, and I can tell you this is exactly what we got from Lexus Canada through email about this class action. So what do you think? I think there are many of my viewers who are actually owners of 2022 NX 350H and 450H Plus. And what do you think about this class action? Do you think there should be more time or there should be more kilometers? Or you think that the 8 years, 160,000 kilometers is enough? Personally, for myself, I think at 7 years, 7.5 years, probably should go and check if that harness is good or not. Because I think if you've driven for 7 years and if the harness still looks great, then there's nothing too concerned about it. And unfortunately, right now, it's only been 2.5 years at most if you've owned the vehicle. So there's still many years to go. Again, if there's more, definitely better, right? We'll have to see. It's going to be very interesting to see how that's going to do it. Unfortunately, there's no way that I'll be in Montreal on September 9th to object to this. But we'll see if anybody objects and if there's any people asking for more than 8 years or 160,000 kilometers. Let me know in comments below, what do you think, and do you think there should be more? Let's move over to Cable Warden and see what is Cable Warden. So Cable Warden is a product that got produced because of this hybrid issue, this cable issue. So this is built in Quebec, and you can see Cable Warden is a leading cable harness protector for 2019 to 2024 Toyota RAV4 hybrid and prime models. I believe this will work for the NX as well. They didn't say so, but they may have one later. It's designed to withstand the harshest conditions. This protector effectively prevents the premature degradation commonly associated with this connector. You can see that this is what it looks like from outside, and from inside, this is where that harness connector goes in, and that's how it gets connected under the vehicle. So they do have information. They have a video here that shows how they installed it. You can see that this is the harness, and you see there's corrosion already, and then how they actually get it installed. So you can see here they have the casing, have it plugged in, and then have the bolts on it. So they bolt it in. So my understanding is they have a silicone that they'll put it right around here to ensure that water does not get in, and they do have holes in this to make sure there's drainage. So I'm not going to play this video, but I'll have the link to Cable Warden on my link on the description below so that you can come here and read whatever you want to read and watch the video in full. But the video is in French. You'll have to read the closed captions if you want to understand in English. All right, so here we have the frequently asked questions. So it does say, how can you tell if the cable's good? Again, you go to a Toyota dealership, Lexus dealership, or you go to a mechanic, so they'll let you know. All right, does installing the Cable Warden affect your Toyota warranty? And that's probably one of the things that I'm concerned about. Because you don't know what the effects of this Cable Warden will do. It does look like it's protecting the cable, but we don't know what the side effects are. Like any new product that goes onto the market, there could be a few years before you see a side effect. Not saying that this is a bad idea. I think this is a superb idea to protect the cable. But then if they're extending the warranty to 8 years, maybe you'll install this afterwards. I don't know. And just before 8 years is over, you get your cable inspected. If everything is good, get the Cable Warden at that time, put it on so that you don't have the cases of the warranty issues. And on top, it's been in the marketplace for at least 5-6 years, and it proves that it's doing its job. So it does say that they are currently in the process of getting the protector approved by Toyota. And if it does get approved by Toyota, then you don't even have to worry about your 8-year warranty extension thing, because the only thing you're worried about is you have it installed and then you still have a problem, and then Toyota says, oh, you have that installed and that's the cause of this, and it's not under the WEP. Wouldn't that be a problem? Well, I guess it depends on how you see it. So is there any maintenance in the casing? So they still say that you should check it yearly, and that there's 2 drainage openings under the casing. So you need to make sure there's no debris, that nothing gets stuck, so that it doesn't fill up with salt water. All right, then they're saying that if you purchase it, it's about 1 to 2 weeks. Why there are holes in the casing is for ventilation for the casing and to let out moisture, just to make sure if it does get wet, it cools off and it dries and it doesn't get like sogged up. Why add this Cable Warden if Toyota offers an extended warranty? So this is the WEP. So they're saying that even though the wiring is covered by warranty, significant replacement delays can be expected, and it's always better to prevent than to cure to ensure that the reliability of your Toyota. So they're just saying that having this on, you'll prevent it and don't have to go and fix it. So what if my vehicle is not a RAV4? So they're working on other protectors like the Venza, the Siennas, the Highlanders. So who should you install it? Of course, not me or you. You should actually get an experienced mechanic to do it. Why is it orange? Because it's high voltage. Anything orange in your car is high voltage. How long it takes? 15 to 30 minutes. Shouldn't take a long time. And what's the lifespan of the Cable Warden? It's for the lifespan of your car. And they're saying that, can I uninstall it and install it on another vehicle? They're recommending not to do it because it could be a different model year. Things are different. So just have it installed. Just keep it there and let it be. Made of ABS plastic as well. All right. So there we have it. They also have like installation video. So great to read and get yourself information. So right now, the RAV4 Prime and the Hybrid is $450 Canadian regular price. Right now it's on sale for $350. I'm not affiliated with this Cable Warden, so I don't know anybody from there. I'm just saying there's a product like this, and let's look at, okay. So it's $261 US and $336 regular price for the folks in the United States. All right, so there we have it. Cable Warden. We have the harness discussions of how things are being done and the class action in Canada.
I hope that you found that this video was informative, and until next video, drive safely. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please comment, like, share this video, and if you want to see more videos like this, you can subscribe to my channel and press that bell icon to get notified when new videos are posted. And if you'd like to support this channel, you can provide me a super thanks. And until next time, cheers.